I'm so excited to Zoom with you guys. This is just such a fun thing that you guys bless us with a little moment here. You guys are in harvest. Oh my God. It's February 10th, harvest time
I
in
know.
Argentina.
We first vineyard Jean-Marc picked for the whites was February 1st. So yes, we're 10
Oh,
days into the vineyard, into the harvest.
well, every time I see people that went with us to Argentina and we got to come see you guys in Patagonia, it's the first thing out of their mouth. I can't believe that visit to Patagonia. It was incredible. Rocio, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ian.
It was great. And the wines continue to do amazing things. Piero, we're going to talk about Bodega Chacra, your project, your home in Patagonia. You're an amazing man of wine, and we're so fortunate to be able to talk to Piero and Incisa della Rocchetta. Um, a friend of mine, he lived in Los Angeles for a while, went to Pepperdine. He loved Pinot. He searched the world for a great site. He found some old vine material in Patagonia. He invested heavily in this plot of land. He rehabilitated the vines. He
Yes.
partnered with Jean-Marc Rouleau on the white wine project. Piero makes the Pinot Noir, and Lunita is the wine that I've included. Now, I could have picked any of your wines, Piero, but we have this beautiful Lunita 23 and in good supply. My other selections are getting a little small, but this is one of the top scoring wines of last year. And for those that don't know where Patagonia is, it is pretty far south. It's exactly 12 hours by car ride, I found out. When we visited, the airline went on strike, so we got a van to drive us back to Buenos Aires. 12 hours, Piero.
Now I remember.
Lucy is laughing at you. She was
We made
laughing
the
at me
most.
too. Don't worry. She laughs at everybody. We're
We
not used
were
to it.
we were playing Name That Tune in the van. We had a fun time. It was a road trip. It was great. But we flew into New Quinn. We drove out to your place. It's beautiful. Uh, the vineyards are now completely surrounded with these beautiful trees. What are those trees called?
Poplars.
Poplars. I got to remember
Yeah.
that. And they basically block some wind. They create
Yeah, it's a
shade.
multifunction tool for us farmers in the sense that we're in a sunken valley in the middle of a desert, which prior to that was where the Atlantic met the Pacific. And then once the Andes, the tectonic plate shifted, creating the Andes, the oceans receded. And then a few million years later, when Italian and Spanish immigrants came to populate the country, they planted poplar trees everywhere to protect their crop. So it generates like a wind shield, but also increased shade. And as a byproduct of that, lowers the temperatures in the vineyards a little bit.
Now, Piero, you're farming biodynamic. We visited the
Yeah, we
chicken,
are
the root.
certified organic and biodynamic. One of the trademark of the winery is that all of our vineyards are Massal selection. Everything is ungrafted, and so we don't have any American rootstock. Everything is pre-phylloxera.
And clonal material is
Well, there is no clone. The beauty of where we are is that our ecosystem is free of pests, disease, and bacteria. Our humidity is very low. So there is no chemicals in our vineyards. We don't have to spray at all. We don't even need to use copper, which is accepted by Organic and Biodynamic Association. So there's no use of heavy metals in our soils, but also no use of chemicals. And everything is pre-phyllospora, so it's on its own rootstock. The selection is massal. We have no clones. So each plant is got its own individual character. And this is something that is very positive for us because it enhances the immune system of the vineyard. That means that if you have disease, your maybe just one vine can die, not the whole vineyard.
Hmm.
And also it adds complexity to the wines because it's like having a family full of different relatives where it's not just a family of twins, or it doesn't make sense what I'm saying. So every single plant has got its own genetic uh,
And these are
uniqueness.
vines that you found there,
These are vines that were planted by Italian immigrants.
right?
In this case, Lunita means a small moon, was the name of a horse that we used to work our soils. It was a beautiful white horse. Is a vineyard that was planted in 1945. I was born in 1967, so this is not of my making. It's a unique plot in the sense that Lunita soil composition is the only farm that we own that is 100% silt. So the characteristics of this wine are maybe closer to what a traditional interpretation or expression of a classical varietal of Pinot. It's a little bit. It's a wine that is complex, yet is the texture is it's quite silky. Is a little bit slightly darker cherry. It's very fresh. We ferment this wine with stems, so it's a whole cluster fermentation. And typically the alcohol content is around 12% to 12 and a half. While it seems to be light in alcohol, is very textured and complex. And the aging of the wine is 100% in cement because cement has no porosity, and we want to preserve all of these most delicate, flavorful subtleties of the expression of these vineyards. It's a small production because the vineyard is a small plot, and so this it's 2 hectares. But because the vineyard is so old, it produces more like a hectare. The older the vine are or the vineyard is, it behaves like an older person. A person that is 90 years old is not going to have the same vitality of a person that is 18. Of course, you put him in the Olympics, they're not going to be able to perform on that physical level, but they're going to be much wiser. So the opus that an older vineyard will produce is far more complex and nuanced, uh, primarily because the root system is a lot older and the plant can self-regulate. It has adapted to its surrounding and to the soil composition. And so typically it will produce less, dramatically less grapes per acre, but the quality will be far superior. And
Well,
the
the
privilege
wines, the
in
wine.
having this kind of vineyard is that when a vineyard is ungrafted, it can go to the distance. So typically, a vineyard with regular clones on some rootstock maybe lives between 20, 30, 40 years. An ungrafted vineyard can go up to 100 and plus years. So that's the privilege that we have.
Do you have to green harvest, pull leaves, do stuff like that?
No, we don't. We don't have a need to green harvesting. As you are showing in this picture, as you're looking at the sky, you notice there is not one single cloud. It's a bright
Mm.
blue sky, and we have a very pristine ecosystem in which the luminosity, so the intensity of the light, is very strong. So for us, ripening is not an issue. And when ripening is not an issue because the sun is so intense, so you have a lot of luminosity, you do not need to remove any leaves. And when a vineyard is so old, you have no need to green harvest because the grapes are naturally concentration. There's a natural concentration that the grape have because the yield is so low. It's a little bit like Yoda. He seems very small, but he's quite mighty and very wise.
62.95 is our price. I hope that's a good price for the wine. We are aggressive, but The wine's one of the top scoring wines in the world. It's showing beautifully. So uh, there's like a wonderful balance of purity. It's not trying to be bold or too ripe or too big. Some customers may like something that has more alcohol, more richness. There's a time and a place for every single wine, and I just love the way this one sits in the glass, the perfume, the balance, the mouthfeel. There's a little crunchy. There's some wonderful texture here, and it's just the everything you're making, I love, and I'm very happy to be, almost I'm like a SoCal ambassador for you guys because I root for you, and I'm excited to see where you're taking things. It's great to be on top and to lead, and that's what you're doing, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Ian. Likewise, we've been friends for a long time and it's been great. If you notice, also, I wanted to touch on something. I don't know if you're still recording or not, but the wax, we've eliminated, we are in an effort to eliminate, to really slim down our petrochemical consumption on a yearly basis. Every year, we try to dispose of some elements that we're using that are part of the petrochemical equation. So we have removed all sorts of capsules from our bottle and replaced them by our own bee wax. We have 350 beehives. They give us delicious honey. They pollinate our farm. And a byproduct of what they do is also beeswax. So if you are happening to buy one of our bottles, you don't need to remove the wax. The corkscrew goes right through it. It's very soft. It doesn't shatters in 1,000 pieces like a petrochemical wax that you see typically. So it's soft, and if you take a little bit and you rub it in your hands and you warm it up, it's very, very essence of flowers becomes very potent, and you can smell a little bit of our desert purity and flowers.
Good luck with harvest. Rocio,
Thank
great
you.
to see you too. Thank you very much, guys.
You.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Let me know if you need my help.
You bet. I will.
Okay.